So, this one is kind of inspired by a couple of things. A while back, I'd done an episode on the idea of self-awareness versus competence, inspired by a quote from David Mitchell: "Self-awareness beats competence any day of the week." Um, More recently, though, I was thinking about a line from an Isaac Asimov book. Uh, the scenario is essentially that they're in a spaceship, something goes wrong, and one of the guys says something to the effect of, "In the knowledge of my ignorance, I have not touched anything." Now, it's kind of an innocuous phrase, but it speaks to something. How is it that we are supposed to operate in ignorance? How is it that I am supposed to operate in ignorance? I think there are a couple of things. So firstly, do not be ashamed of your ignorance. Kids are like phenomenal at this. They are ignorant, they are aware they are ignorant, and they will ask questions all the live long day. They have zero shame with regards to this. And you can do worse than to copy that. It feels like somehow as we get older, we learn to be ashamed of our ignorance, which is, it's not helpful, and I think it's wrong. Ignorance is a sin that all of us are guilty of at some point in time, and it is the starting point for any field of inquiry. And I think in a lot of ways, this shame that we feel towards our ignorance keeps us from asking the questions we should be asking. Secondly, I think as we get older, we do actually develop fields of expertise, so we learn how to operate in expertise. And this knowledge somehow drives out the previous knowledge of how to operate in ignorance. When you're operating in a field where you're actually competent, well, you display confidence, right? You display decisiveness. You take initiative, right? To be a leader, you know what you're doing in this situation, so you have to take the leadership. When you're operating in ignorance, though, you have to operate with a degree of humility, right? You have to ask questions. And if there's someone smarter, you have to defer to their judgment, right? Lastly, for the love, do not make authoritative statements. Like, I think actors are the worst on this, and they make themselves look like idiots because they're good at acting. And they get on some big platform, and then they're saying, "This is why this happens, and this is what should be done about it." And it's like, okay, just de-emphasize what you're saying a little bit, just a little bit. Like you could say, like, well, this is maybe why this happens, and this is maybe what should be done about it. But show a little bit of trepidation, and be willing to have your mind changed at any point in time. Anyways, those are my thoughts on it. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you like it.